Over the past decade, the UK economy has faced a series of serious challenges that have deeply affected its financial health. After the 2008 global financial crisis, the UK struggled with slow productivity growth, which hindered economic progress. Brexit in 2016 added more problems, causing economic disruption with trade barriers and decreased business investment. The immediate effect was a sharp drop in the value of the pound, which worsened inflation and created difficulties for both consumers and businesses. The COVID-19 pandemic then hit, leading to severe economic shocks. Lockdowns and global supply chain issues triggered a deep recession, straining public finances and pushing many businesses to the brink, while unemployment rose. Political instability further complicated matters. During her brief time as Prime Minister, Liz Truss's policies, which included significant tax cuts without offsetting spending cuts, led to a loss of market confidence and a rise in government borrowing costs. Throughout these turbulent times, median household income in the UK has remained mostly stagnant, reflecting a broader stagnation in economic growth compared to other developed countries. Inflation surged to some of the highest levels in the developed world due to rising energy costs, supply chain problems, and Brexit-related economic shifts. This erosion of purchasing power added financial strain on individuals and businesses alike. So, in today's video, let's take a look into the recovering economy of UK. Recently, the UK economy has shown surprising signs of recovery after a long period of stagnation. In early 2024, the economy grew by 0.7% from one quarter to the next, translating to an annualized growth rate of nearly 3%, the highest in the G7. This positive trend continued into the second quarter, with a 0.6% increase and a notable 0.4% growth in May alone. This turnaround has boosted the political standing of Chancellor Rachel Reeves, who is preparing for the autumn budget. The Office for National Statistics (ONS) confirmed a 0.6% GDP growth for the 3 months leading up to June, aligning with economists' forecasts. However, June's growth was flat, partly due to poor weather affecting retail sales. Despite the upbeat figures, Ben Jones from the Confederation of British Industry warned that the growth numbers might overstate the actual economic strength, as recent surveys show more subdued activity. Still, businesses are hopeful about ongoing recovery. The service sector has been a major contributor to this growth, with a 0.8% increase in output during the second quarter. Key areas like scientific research, IT, transport, law, and engineering have performed well. However, consumer-facing services saw a slight decline of 0.1%, and manufacturing and construction sectors also struggled. This recovery comes after a decade of economic challenges, including high living costs, rising interest rates, and slow productivity growth. Inflation in the UK has been on a dramatic roller coaster over the past couple of years. In October 2022, the country faced a staggering peak in inflation at 11.1%, a level that placed it among the highest in the developed world. This surge was driven by a combination of factors, including rising energy costs, supply chain disruptions, and the economic fallout from Brexit. For many Britons, this meant skyrocketing prices for essentials and a significant erosion of purchasing power, which cast a shadow over the economic landscape. However, the situation has since shown a remarkable turnaround. By January 2024, inflation had dropped significantly to 4%, signaling a substantial easing of the pressure that had been gripping the economy. This decline is a welcome shift, reflecting improvements in various economic conditions and a reduction in some of the factors that had previously driven prices skyward. In a broader context, the UK's inflationary experience has been more severe compared to other major economies. At its peak, the UK's inflation was notably higher than that in the US and the Eurozone, highlighting the unique challenges faced by the British economy. In contrast, inflation rates in these regions were comparatively lower, offering some relief to their consumers and businesses. The recent resurgence in the UK economy has been largely fueled by the vibrant performance of its services sector. Over the past 6 months, this sector has expanded by approximately 2%, becoming a critical engine of growth. The UK stands out globally as the second largest exporter of services, trailing only the United States. This impressive position is driven by the country's strong specialization in high-value sectors, such as insurance, banking, and education. These industries not only contribute significantly to the UK's GDP, but also bolster its reputation on the international stage. A key factor behind this growth is the increasing global demand for services. As economies worldwide develop and mature, there is a growing preference for services over goods. This trend has been particularly beneficial for the UK, where the services sector excels. Unlike physical goods, which are subject to fluctuations in global trade and geopolitical tensions, services offer a degree of insulation from such uncertainties. This provides the UK economy with a buffer against global competition in manufacturing, allowing it to maintain stability and growth even amid broader economic challenges. Despite this positive performance, inflation within the services sector remains a concern. Currently, service sector inflation stands at 5.7%, which is relatively high compared to other sectors. This elevated inflation could potentially influence the Bank of England's decisions on interest rates, making rate cuts less likely in the near term. However, it's worth noting that overall inflation has become more manageable. Additionally, the slowing pace of wage growth has helped mitigate the risk of a wage price spiral, which can further drive inflation. The recent economic improvement in the UK is a big win for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. As the economy shows stronger growth and lower inflation, Sunak gets to take credit for this positive turn, even though many of the factors driving the recovery, like the booming services sector and global economic trends, are beyond his direct control. This economic rebound comes at an opportune moment for Sunak. Strong growth boosts his political standing and gives his government more room to invest in public services without needing to raise taxes. This ability to improve services while avoiding tax hikes is a major advantage, allowing Sunak to tackle issues in areas like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. In summary, the recent economic upswing not only improves numbers, but also strengthens Sunak's political position. It provides him with a chance to advance his policy goals and enhance his government's credibility, making it a significant boost for his administration. With that, I would like to end the video. This is Visionomics signing out.